Hey everybody, welcome. Hope you guys doing good. So I hope that you guys had a chance to check the last 4 days or 3 days uh, videos that we put together. I hope that you were able to start implementing some of that information. Today's video is very important because it completely changes the dynamics of how we approach people. Most people, what they do on social media is that they just go and start conversation. They see somebody who may have potential and they just start a conversation. Once they start that conversation, most of them they just waste time trying to build reports and asking about their families and how's it going and all that stuff. And at the end of the day, by the time they get to ask questions related to business, they already lost the prospect and it's gone. So that's why this two-step messenger framework is very important because we build on everything we did before. So on day one, we spoke about the vision about what we're doing, and we spoke about the 30,000 foot view, how things works, the funnels, the different levels of the funnels. We spoke about the lists and how to build the lists and how to build those traffic. We spoke about the different pillars that we have inside our positioning and our organic approach. And we finally spoke about the automation and the amplification. In today's on day two, we dive deep into the customer avatar. So we saw some demographics example and some psychographics, some niche products, customers exercise that you may want to consider doing because those really helps us. Even if we can answer all the questions, still they are very important because they help us narrow to the maximum. And eventually, once we start growing, we start understanding, we start feeling, oh, this is the kind of person that I want to do business. So it comes along the way, it doesn't happen overnight. Then on day three, we spoke about the lead magnets and how they can become so much powerful once we target people based on where they are on the buying journey. This was immensely important. If you didn't see this, you want to make sure that you go back and visit this video. And finally, today we're going to be talking about the two-step messenger framework. This is basically building up on everything we did, and we go now and we speak to people, we approach them, and we try to uh, diagnose what they have, if they have a problem, if they have a need, and then put an offer in front of them. So everything is based on permission. We don't just go and push ourselves on people. We try to make sure we don't act like most entrepreneurs who waste hours upon hours just trying to engage in coldless conversations. We do every single message that we engage in is strategically positioned to move us into the next step. Okay, so to do that, allow me to share with you my screen. Let me double check how is the last time, you know what happened to me? I was recording and I forgot to turn on the audio, and I was speaking for the whole time and without being able to be heard. Okay, so this is the two-step messenger framework, and this is basically the it's a model on how to converse with people. So once you send that comment, once you put that piece of lead magnet or that post out there, and people comment on it, and you have somebody who says me, for example, he says, come, you told them to comment me if you are interested, and somebody says me, then you have to follow up by doing a very specific measured follow-up script. And here's what we do. So uh, when they say me, I want to access the assessment quiz, for example, you follow up with, are you still interested? When they confirm yes, you follow up with something like, thanks for the feedback. Before I send it over, permission based now, do you mind if I ask you a few questions to make sure this is useful for you And certainly, I'm certainly not a fan of wasting people's time. So you are telling them what you are trying to do, and you are telling them that you are respecting their time. So you are not playing around the bushes. You are going straight to the kill. Okay? If they reply yes, move the conversation, the question to the next level. At this point, we are discovering and directing the conversation to the next level. Do you currently, and this is the question, the key question that will move the whole thing around to business conversation. Do you currently have a life insurance in place? If so, what's your monthly annual premium? So it's very clear, it's very direct. So if they answer yes, I do have a life insurance and I pay X amount, then you want to send a quiz. And in at this level, if they say yes, I do have life insurance, we are basically playing a 50-50. They may be completely satisfied with their policy and they are not going to change it for whatever reason. People are, there are three levels of customer. They are die hard, they are satisfied, and they are frustrated. If they are die hard and they love their policy and the company they are with and the financial advisor they are with, then they're not going to change. So still we are just going to send that assessment quiz. Just if they answer, fine. If they don't answer, fine as well. If they are satisfied, they will get that assessment quiz. They will answer it, and they will return it back just to see if they are screwed, if there is a difference. If they are frustrated with, if they are paying, let's say, if they know in the back of their mind they are not happy about their policy, they are overpaying, their salesman or saleswoman is not doing a great job, they will take the time to fill up that quiz and return it back to you. And at that moment, what you need to do is to treat the conversation the exact same way as if we are going to see right now. If they say, no, I don't have a policy, I don't have a life insurance policy. This, by the way, applies exactly if you are a life financial advisor. You ask and you position exactly the same way. So you see what I mean? This is very, very important, because still don't think that just because somebody has a life insurance or they purchase into a life insurance that they are all done. No, there are three categories inside any market, and these three categories we wanna, if they are die hard, fine. I'm not going to worry too much about them because I don't care. If they are satisfied but still want to get a better deal, these people they tend to go for a dime and a nickel. They try to dime you and nickel for. So these are not really interesting, but still you can do the job and send them the quiz and see what happened after. If they are frustrated and they are not happy, then they will fill up the form and they will follow up with you. And this is what we're gonna do once they follow up the form. Now, if they answer no, and again, this will apply to people who are frustrated even if they have a policy. You can proceed by following the next question, to the next question. From the top of my head, for your head, what financial goals are you trying to achieve with life insurance? Are you trying to convert it to covering debt, replacing income, or securing your loved one's future legacy? So we are trying now still just to understand exactly where they are. Now, what has been holding you back? If they will answer at this point with something. So you follow up here. What has been holding you back from securing adequate life insurance protection for your family? See, now we are speaking about the pain. Anybody, even if somebody has a policy and they are not happy about it, you are scratching that pain at the moment. Okay? So once they answer quickly, so now you can bridge the conversation into something around this. Fantastic. I will send the quiz over to you. Once you fill it out, please send it back to me so we can explore the best option that best fits your particular situation. Would that be okay? They say yes. Then once you send the assessment quiz over, you can move the conversation easily into, once you send the assessment quiz, you can move the conversation easily into sales calls. Okay? So now permission based again. Hey John, thanks for returning. Now let's assume that the prospect took the assessment quiz, fill it out, and after 2 or 3 days, they return to you and they send you the assessment quiz. Hey John, thanks for returning. Now it's you who needs to return back. Hey John, thanks for returning the assessment quiz. I just looked at it and checked the score. I have some thoughts with few options in mind. Are you open to some feedback? So you see how I am not really pushing myself and I'm just asking questions. It's their decision. It's them who needs to make that decision. It's not me. And I'm not imposing myself on anybody. If they say yes, if they say yes, do you have 15 minutes here in few hours or sometimes now or few hours? You can even plug it in now or in few hours because here what's interesting about this is very very important because you don't want to say do you have 15 minutes in the next week, in the following week. No, you are pushing it too far. You want to be very very quick and you want to speak while the pain is hurting. So do you have 15 minutes now or in few hours, maybe even sometime tomorrow if it's not possible today, because it's not easy to get people to jump on a phone call right away. If they say probably tomorrow, you can return with something like, sounds great, here's my calendar, can you please book it while we talk? This is very important because you don't want to send the link and just think that they will do it because they want. 90% of the time they want. You want to make sure while they are with you on that DM, while you have conversation with them, you send them the link to book a calendar, your calendar link, and ask them to book while you are sitting there waiting for there. So you can argue about it by saying, I can send you the email confirmation even if this automated, but still it's just because you can say I can send you the email, so I can send you the email confirmation and the link to join. Boom. Send your calendar link and it's done. That's it. Okay? So this is the first scenario. The second scenario is once they answer the 3 questions above, thanks for your response. I might have some thoughts on this. Are you open for feedback? For some feedback. If they say yes, based on what you shared about their challenge, I think I might have a few options to share with you. Would you be opposed if we jump on a quick call, since this should go beyond what we can solve on a DM? Do you have 15 minutes today or tomorrow? I can share some specific insights on how to overcome the challenges they mentioned and get you moving towards the goal. So basically, this is after they answer the assessment quiz, not before. So, and you see how this is very important because we are not imposing ourselves. We are asking questions. We are the one asking permission every single part of the time. So we are not threatening. We are not coming across as threatening them. We are allowing them to make their decision on their own, on their turf. And finally, the psychology that we are taking here, you are not selling, you are diagnosing. So this is very important. You are not chasing, you are qualifying, and you are not pitching, you are prescribing. This is exactly like you go into the doctor, you get sick, you go to the doctor, and you ask the doctor, ask you all kind of questions. He end up understanding what the problem is. He prescribed the right medicine, and you go home and you become fine, better. Okay, so this is the exact script. I love this script because I personally get so much leads using this strategy. So if you guys are interested to know more, we have a different training called the Pilot Dynamic Conversion Framework. We dig deep into the psychology of how these things happen. So we are planning on, I haven't yet done yet, but I'm planning to do it. So if you guys are interested, please make sure to join me inside the Dream Agent, the Digital Agent Connect. We can have you there and you can get really deep into all this stuff. Without also, if you have any questions regarding anything about this conversation framework, then please make sure to leave below. I'll be more than happy to answer it. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.